What if I told you the next 100x altcoin might already be in your watch list? Let's dive into it. Welcome back to Spiral Strategies. Welcome back, Art. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. As you guys probably are well aware, we are seeing pumps all across the board. Don't get too gung ho about all the bull. We're going to see some retraces, but let's talk about all the good stuff. Let's get into the detailed
Mate, the
stuff.
first good stuff is congratulations. History has been made. 100k Bitcoin. Let's go. What do you reckon, Art?
Yeah,
Where do we see it?
congratulations, happy birthday, Bitcoin. Happy 100K. There's more to come. We're going to hit 200K. We're going to hit 300K. Maybe even 500K. Who knows? But you
Hey,
know,
man, it was
we'll be.
just 11 years ago that it was $100. So,
Hey, exactly,
uh,
exactly.
it's gonna go way, way higher. But first of all, we came here to tell you about 100x potential. So let's get into it. The first obvious altcoins and tokens that you need to be looking at are your meme coins. Your meme coins are going to be outperforming the rest of the market. With all of this hype, with all of this greed that's in the market, everyone is going to be jumping in. Now, to be honest with you guys, we are looking at WIF at the moment. Let's take a look at WIF. Do you have an idea about WIF and what you're looking at? Uh,
Yeah, look, um, very, very strong pump. Obviously tagged up against the previous
Previous
high back
highs.
there. So we're looking for that trend continuation where we're hitting some nice supports. Your blue trend lines there that you see on the screen. They're acting as really nice support. So we'd like to see it hold there, which is actually not too bad if you're looking for some decent entry ideas. Obviously, on spot. Not if you're looking to play leverage. Look, you're playing a very dangerous game, but you can still make that crazy amount of life-changing money, wife-changing money, whatever you want to call it.
Wife
But
changing
don't go,
money.
yeah, don't go too crazy. Don't bet the farm. Don't go like fucking 200K on this shit.
I
Just
mean,
you know,
or do. If you've got that cash to spend, do it. I
yeah,
mean, take a look here. We've got the MACD actually waning at the moment. It looks like we're actually going to be going down. I'm looking for an entry at around $2.50. I can see us going down there. That's only a drop of, let's see, from current prices. That's only 23%. That's just another day in meme coin land. That might happen in 2-3 hours. Um, and that's a good place for, can you see here, the Wyckoff check. This is a perfect support zone. You could see that these trend lines, these moving averages will be supporting off the 61.8. What do you reckon about that, Art?
Yeah, overall very very solid. The only thing I'd probably say is just keep an eye on that volume. It looks like people are kind of rotating out of whiff. There's a potential, Pepe is actually another one of those 100x potentials where it's probably got a bit more volume back behind it. So maybe another one to look out for is good old Pepe.
Well, let's move into it then. So, like we
Yeah,
told you guys, WIF at the moment is a pretty good entry. We reckon at around $2.50. Let's get into Pepe. Pepe, guys, is a massive name, and it's not going anywhere. Let's take a look at it on the 3 day. We want a pretty good.
yeah, guys, and
Uh,
and you can see like this is kind of like the trajectory that you saw that you could see with something like Whiff, where you get that bounce
you
and then
see here,
another ABCD type move, just another bull rally or another
this
rally
move
up.
here, this move here,
Yeah,
guys, this ABCD here, just so that you can see from here to
yep,
here.
that's
So
it.
this is your ABCD.
Yeah, and if
Uh,
you look at the volume on it as well, you can actually it's a lot stronger than you would see on something like a Whiff. So me personally, I'd be looking at more something like a Pepe as a better potential 100x, and it's quite a household name. So you can't really go wrong. It's kind of up there with your Doges. So something that you could probably safely get into without risking too much. But obviously, you're still looking for that 100x
yeah.
potential, which is something that Pepe can definitely bring.
What do you reckon for yourself is a good entry here? At market value, or do you reckon a 38% retracement or maybe a 50% retracement before, putting in your buy order? What do you reckon?
Yeah, look, in this current state of the market where we're just everything is just bull, bull, bull. It can it can go either way. both sides of the coin. You can definitely get another ABCD type move. You can get more. You push above those previous highs again. That wouldn't
These
surprise me.
previous
But
highs.
look at this current state of the market. Don't be shocked if you do see just a pump chaser. Reload, 50% retrace
So
of the
guys, you're
range.
looking at around a pump chaser is around this level here at around 38.2. So you're looking at what is that? 1824 is a good entry if you want to just catch this trend.
Yeah, if you
Um,
would, it's all about catching the trend, and sometimes you just might want to wait for that 30 to 50% retrace, just so that you can sleep at night, whilst being able to ride out the next wave.
Now
So that's something that you might want to look into.
this is on the 3 day. Let's take a look at the volume on the daily for Pepe. As it loads. If you guys can see here, the volume at the moment is kind of dying out, which kind of suggests to me, I don't know about you, Art, but I think you're right with the 38 to 50% retracement. It's a good level here because there was a lot of accumulation here before the
Yeah.
breakout. The breakout of this, there was a change in structure there. So maybe a 30 to a 50% is a good
Yeah.
idea.
And it's a good kind of level too, because you've got your orange bands. That's going to be your big support, and you can kind of see it on the volume as well. You're getting like a Wyckoff check on a volume kind
Yeah.
of scale, so it's something that definitely is a very good entry model if you want to get a re-entry on Pepe, or if you haven't
So
got any.
let's switch gears. There's one that nobody has been talking about for a while now. Good old Shib. To be honest with you, people are sleeping on this name, I reckon, Art. No one is talking about it. Everyone's talking about the new names. I honestly think Shib might come back and just pump again. I genuinely can see this pumping another 100x. Um, if you can see here, we've broken out. We've broken out. We are trending to the upside. Very, very similar to your Pepe's, the exact same chart. However, the trend is a little bit lower, and it looks like this ABCD. Uh, well, it's not really an ABCD, but if you can see this retracement here, this was a deep retracement. 78% retracement, or actually probably a 88.6% retracement. Yeah, it tags the 88.6 and then it breaks out. To be honest with you, I genuinely can see it tapping our 50% right here, guys. Again, all of this, we're in a current state of, bull market. So you want to make sure that you're getting between these levels. So a 50 to a 38.2% retracement is probably the best bet. And another, breaking up out of these previous high, you're looking at another 100% easily, easily. If we just take a look at the daily volume here is the strongest out of the three. So stronger than Whiff and stronger than Pepe. Um, so in my opinion, probably Shib is the best bet at the moment. What do you reckon of this, Art?
Yeah, you've got that right line of thinking, and my line of thinking would be, it's all about rotation. Rotation is going to become a key word in the next coming months, and with Elon giving Doge a nice pump, you're gonna see people go, well, Doge has already pumped what 500%, whatever. So where are my next
Bags.
rotations? Where are my next bags that I can rotate into? And that's going to be something like your SHIB, because SHIB is closely related to that Doge, that meme coin culture. So it's definitely you're definitely right. It's got that continuation all set up in it. It's just a matter of rotation and waiting out for that next big move.
Well, speaking of Doge, let's just take a quick look at the king of memes. It is absolutely going crazy. I mean, I don't see it coming back down anytime soon. The volume on it is ridiculous, guys. This is, like Art said, this is because of Elon's troll of the Department of Government Efficiency, aka Doge. Um, so honestly, congratulations if anyone is in on this name that has bought in at 9 cents, because what a massive move. And genuinely, we could definitely see Doge at $1 this cycle, 100%.
If not more.
Oh mate, it'll be crazy. Okay, just to go back to some other news at the moment. So we've talked about our, actually, that's what I wanted to touch on. Brett at the moment is pumping. Guys, Brett is built on the base chain and it is going absolutely nuts. If you can see here, on the daily, the volume is ridiculous. I am actually in on this name. I bought down here at 70.2, so we're doing pretty well for ourselves at the moment. Yeah, we're up at around 96%. I actually am thinking that it's going to come back down to 50% to test these levels again. Now, from there, I can genuinely see it 10x, if not 100x. So keep an eye out on Brett as well. Now, let's just jump into another big piece of news art. Cardano has hit 1 million transactions per second. They have transacted during their Doom Hydra tournaments 2 billion transactions in a span of 4 hours.
And those aren't theoretical values, right? They're actual on-chain.
No, they're actual on-chain metrics. So what the idea of this Doom Hydra was they replicated the game Doom and they uploaded onto the Cardano system. And every frame of the game, every input of the game, every interaction is considered a transaction. And they wrapped all of those transactions into Hydra to prove that Hydra's scalability solution is actually working. And what they've done is they did a worldwide tournament and everyone could play multiplayer online and they processed 2 billion transactions in 4 hours. Absolutely nuts.
How many? Do you know how many players were playing at the same time simultaneously?
So it was across, it was worldwide. I don't know the exact figure, but I think Charles actually has the figure. Let's just take a look at good old Hoskinson. Um, there he is. There he is pumping ADA. Okay, where are we? Where are we? Oh well. Oh, here we are. So let's double that. So Hydra hit a million, confirmed. In terms of the number of people, I don't know the exact figure. But what this tells you is Cardano actually has the best scaling solution on the market so far. Put aside your feelings and your cults following towards, Sol, XRP, whatever the case may be. This is massive for the total crypto market. All of these chains, because eventually this technology is going to go out and branch out to every other technology. This is good for everyone.
Yeah, and as Charles pretty much said, like it's not a competition. Well, it is a competition, but it's not about you know, this XRP beating Cardano, Cardano beating Solana. You know, we're all in the space together. We actually want to build with each other. Help build that base foundation, and not just put each other down. We're well past that. That was 2-3 cycles ago.
We've
We're
all
in
grown up.
Yeah, we've all grown up. We're in a new cycle now. We actually want the whole space to actually contribute and actually grow together, not just kind of take each other out, because that's not going to help anyone. And we need to move a lot quicker than we are currently, because in the next cycle or two, there's going to be some massive changes, and those who kind of want to keep fighting each other, they're going to get left behind, because the space will absolutely transform how people operate, day to day.
Mm. I mean, take a look at Cardano's ecosystem at the moment. It's actually blowing up at the moment, and I think what this means is we're going into a altcoin super cycle, specifically layer ones. I mean, if you take a look at, I think, like we've been speaking about it in our earlier videos, earlier last year, we said that Solana is actually the front runner. It is the leading indicator of this total market. So if Cardano does Solana has done, we could see a massive spillover to the rest of the altcoin market art.
Yeah, 100%. Like we're gonna keep hammering home. You know, the key word is rotation, because at this point you're gonna get more injection of liquidity, but you're not gonna get that much more. If institutions are already in, it's only the retail that can really push it up that much more, and they don't have that much liquidity. It's gonna be real tight. It's pretty much just institutions and all the whales holding, whilst all the retail pretty much try and pump this up, because they've all loaded in from the bottoms. You know, we've told our subscribers in our newsletters to load up from the bottom. So it's going to be exit liquidity type stuff where we're going to be selling into retail's hands, but at the same time, it's like because there's so much liquidity in the space, you're going to see these massive rotation swings, and if you can position yourself well in this cycle, there's still a hell of a lot more money to be made.
Oh my God, yeah, definitely, definitely. And to be honest with you, we could see way bigger moves. I genuinely believe we are going into an altcoin super cycle. I mean, just take a look here. I just want to pull up our newsletter for everyone to see. Now, we actually called, um, here we are. We called and we let our newsletter subscribers know that on May 13th, 2014, that the ideal entry for us was at $110 for Solana. We sent this out here, and the buy was triggered 3 months later in August, and our subscribers are at the moment up 140%. Let me just show you. Here we are. This is our newsletter, guys. So be sure to subscribe to it. You're going to get a lot of information. I mean, look at that, 140% just by subscribing to this newsletter. Um, Now, here we are. All eyes on Solana. Like we were saying, this was back in May, guys. May of this year. Uh, right here. Consider Considered all of these factors. We're looking to accumulate more at $110. I mean, we're pretty good at this, man. Okay, now let's um let's get into ADA. So ADA at the moment is, I mean, it's going off crazy art, but we're thinking, well, I'm thinking at the moment that we might be retracing sometime soon. If we just take a look at the daily graph, the daily chart, you can tell that we actually are getting into bearish divergence at the moment. The MACD bearish divergence hasn't confirmed as of yet, but it is in potential. The key thing to look at, guys, is the volume of buying at the moment. It's slowing down. It's slowing down on the daily. Now, does that mean it's going to, oh my God, dump back to 60 cents? Nah, I genuinely think that 38 to 80 to 50% is probably the natural retracement. What do you think of Cardano at the moment, Art?
Yeah, Cardano looks really bullish. I mean, I can't see your chart, but if you on my chart, basically if you go to like a weekly chart,
Oh, sorry, let me just.
it's pretty much confirmed. Very nice market structure.
Mm.
Heaps of volume coming in, and that's just natural, just because of how the elections played out, and where Trump pretty much elected Charles Hoskinson and Elon Musk to
Well,
help
that's
drive the
potential.
crypto space forward.
Yeah. So that's it.
Yeah, yeah,
Charles wasn't confirmed just yet, but it looks like it's going down that way.
yeah, and it makes sense. Where a whole bunch more people, like even CEO of Coinbase, I believe, he might potentially be in charge of running with the SEC, I believe, and in terms of making crypto-friendly laws where companies can actually talk to other governments and the SEC about, like, basically how they can play by the rules, play by the book, um, and run their business essentially.
Mm. Speaking of these legacy blue chip names, let's just congratulate, I mean, the biggest community in the crypto space, the XRP community. I mean, they've been hammering at everyone, and to be honest with you, well done. They've broken all-time highs. The market is absolutely going crazy. It doesn't look like it wants to slow down. Does it go to $1,000? I mean, let's hope for XRP's sake. But I just wanted to throw that in there, Art, because everyone in the XRP community was just, I mean, they were holding strong, man. They were holding strong.
Yeah, and but you just got to be a bit careful because like you can see now, it's you're getting a wick on the
Right
daily
there.
chart there. Or is that a weekly?
We
Yeah, you're getting a wick there on the weekly, so you got to be a bit careful still. There's going to be because you've got such a big rise, you're going to get equal and opposite reaction
reaction.
coming
Yeah.
back down. Uh, that's that's to be expected. It might not happen, but you can't discount it. You're gonna see at least a 50 to 61.8 retracement on this one eventually. And the whole market's gonna feel bad for a bit, but that's gonna be normal. It's gonna be natural. I'd be more concerned if it kept pumping, to be honest, because let's not let's not kid ourselves. The market is not a rise up only market. Only Bitcoin is.
Yeah.
Depending on the time frame you look at it, of course. But every market has to retrace. It's just a normal part of the nature itself.
Yeah. So actually, Art, I wanted to talk about where you expect XRP to retrace down to. I just want to pull up something on our Twitter that I want to show everything. But in the meantime, where do you think XRP is actually going to retrace into?
Yeah. So look, it's hard to say. Just because you've the way that it's pumped, it's just built itself like a massive range. But just speaking from just a bullish perspective, you're going to see at least a 38.2 to 50% retrace, which is what we call our pump chaser zone. Um, you may see a 70.2 or a 78.6 retracement. That's very likely as well. And for those people that are actually bullish about XOP, that want to get into XOP but haven't and are just waiting on the sidelines, well, this is perfect because you can sprinkle some entries. You can we have a lot of entry models that we talk about in our newsletter, and we say you might want to sprinkle 10% at a 50% level. You might want to put in allocate another 30% at 61.8 and just scale down as it gets deeper. You actually enter more, and you can even enter if it doesn't hit your deep retracements, you can always enter the rest on confirmed market structure, and we go into a whole bunch of that, all those strategies in our newsletter. But those are just some of the things that you can do. Obviously, if you just want to get in, you'd probably be looking at a 38.2 or at least 50% retrace for you to at least get a nice decent level in.
Yeah, so a 38.2 is around like a dollar and 90 cents, 98 cents. So let's just say $2. So that is healthy and that is very normal. Now I want to go into AVAX, and I just want to show everyone what we posted on our Twitter. If you're not following, I mean you're missing out on gems. We posted this on the 31st of July 2022, and we said that at $24, there is going to be a massive pump to 54. I just want you to take the floor and just show everyone and explain to everyone why we thought AVAX was going to pump.
Yeah, well, obviously the chart looks a lot different now than it did back then, but
Let me just
back
pull it
then,
up one more time so I can show them right
yeah,
there
so
at 24.
we we didn't post the internals of the chart, but at the time there was a lot of confirmed bullish momentum divergence, and there was some really clean market structure. And basically, if you pull up that chart on Twitter again,
Yep,
uh, basically, basically you could see that there was a lot of open air up at that 50, $60 level.
yep,
So it after the confirmed divergence. it's basically what we call an El Tanganator, or just a natural move. It's what happens naturally in markets where you'll come back and retrace 50% of the range, and that's normal. It's what Gann says will happen naturally every time. And so there was also signs where, if you look left as well on that
Mm.
chart, we highlighted those circles. I highlighted two circles there, so that, yeah, those two right there, that was basically our resistance. It poked up a little bit higher, um, but
So these were,
overall, yeah, overall it came up to that $50-$60 range. And then guess what? We said at the time everyone was going to be bullish about it, and then it retraces again, dumps again, um, back into that $24 level,
yeah,
and then is now pumping out again. So if we clear that recent high there of about 64,
yeah,
65, then it's just off to the races.
off to the races from there for good old AVAX. Now, guys, we've taken your time. It's been 25 minutes, but the last thing we want to do is we want to give you some value. So let's just show you a name that we believe is absolutely going to rip this cycle. LTO is an RWA, so that's a real world asset token. And I mean, you saw the returns that we've got for our clients and our customers on our newsletter. One of them that we believe is going to be absolutely uh, pivotal in the next cycle is LTO. Just take a look at the beautiful structure here. It's broken out of the structure. The volume on it is absolutely ridiculous art. They are working with the EU and they are tokenizing real estate. They also are in partnership with Rolex. They're going to be tokenizing the serial numbers for the Rolex uh, watches. So here we are. This is their Twitter. Everything is going to be tokenized. They're launching their wallets. I believe it launched today on the 5th. So keep an eye out on it. If you want to find out more about where we believe it's going to go, the projections, where we believe is the perfect entry, you don't want to miss out on the newsletter. So let me pull it up for you. Do not miss out on the newsletter. Here we are. So don't miss out. Spiral the newsletter. It's on it in the description. Be sure to follow it. Anything else, Art? No? I guess not. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace out.
Peace.